Hi loves, I know this is a bit of a strip back, nothing much to see, but I just wanted to have a quick chat about what we're going through right now and what we're facing and the intensity of everything happening in our world right now and being pregnant at the same time. So clearly I called this vlog Pregnant in a Pandemic because who would have thought, you know, a few weeks ago there was no such thing in our society, in our country, of a coronavirus, COVID-19, and now it is everywhere and it's widespread and it's all over the world and it's killing people everywhere, and you know, it's so insane and intense and crazy. And the thought of bringing a baby into it really kind of scares me a lot. So I just wanted, you know, this week we obviously, as all of Australia did, was updated on quite a few things, and this week we found out, particularly for us having a baby, that when it comes time to having baby girl, which is only 4 weeks away, when it comes time to having baby girl, that the only person allowed at the hospital will be myself and my husband, or one support person. So that means no parents, that means no mum with me in labor and delivery, that means no grandparents coming or my brother coming to visit baby girl when she's born. It also unfortunately means, which I think for me was the most devastating thing, that no children under 16 can also come to the hospital, and that includes my son Zion. That hit me so hard. I mean, it was so hard to hear, and I was devastated for at least a whole day. Like, I had to just pull myself away from everything. Social media, I didn't answer my phone, I didn't answer my messages, because I was devastated. Just the thought that this baby girl would have such a different experience when it came to birth and hospital and the crazy world that we're bringing her in. I kind of had a bit of a woe is me moment, or a bit of a what the heck is going on? How unfair is life? This is ridiculous. You know, about 3 weeks ago, I had a petty moment of, I'm about to start my maternity leave, and I didn't for another 2 weeks after that. I'm about to start my maternity leave, and this, you know, this was supposed to be the time where I relaxed, but then I went shopping, I bought baby girl things, I went and had brunch with my friends, I went and hung out, I went to the beach, I took Zion to go play, I took him to Dreamworld, it's his favorite thing to see the tigers. Like, that was supposed to be my maternity leave time. And instead, I'm locked in the house, I have nowhere to go, I'm not allowed to go to the shops, I'm not allowed to do anything because I'm trying to protect me, trying to protect my baby, trying to protect my toddler. My husband literally only goes to work and comes home. So I had a bit of a woe is me moment of, this is so unfair, this isn't how it's supposed to be. And I cried so much over that week. And then I got over it because perspective hit, and it was, you stay home to keep you safe. You stay home to keep your baby safe, you stay home to keep everyone safe so that you can have this baby and not be frightened about having coronavirus, or not be frightened about giving anything or passing anything along to your baby. So that moment passed. But this week, when we heard that nobody else was allowed in the hospital, it's gonna be like the other moment. Next week, I'll be okay with it. But for now, it was such a big thing for me to get my mind around. I think because when we had Zion, my labor and delivery was not what I expected it to be. I mean, we were induced and we ended up having a 12-hour labor that I only reached 4 centimeters, and then we were whisked away to emergency cesarean because Zion's heart rate was dropping, and when he was born, he wasn't breathing, so they took him direct to the NICU. I didn't even get to hold him. He was born at 5 p.m. I didn't get to hold him until 8:30 a.m. the next morning. And not having him in our room for 2 days, like he had to stay in the NICU for 2 nights. That was the most emotional roller coaster that I've ever experienced in my life. You know, new mom, just gone through this ridiculous experience of labor and delivery, and then your son being whisked away from you, not being able to have him around you. So I needed the support from my husband, and when he was exhausted, I needed the support from my parents and his parents and my brother and all the people that rallied around us. They supported me so much in that time frame. And everybody that came, and I was able just to explode and cry out and tell them the story, it helped me get over what I had just gone through. So this time around, I just wanted the same thing. I wanted to have people around me, the support system. I wanted to have people encouraging and loving, and so excited for them to meet my baby girl. You know, this is our rainbow baby after 2 back-to-back miscarriages from last year. And for me, this baby coming is just a miracle. It's a miracle. Even though Zion happened so easily, it felt like such a journey to get this baby all the way to term. Even though I wasn't high risk or anything, it just the constant fear of having that mindset in the back of your head. I hope she's gonna make it, you know, get her another week. And then all of a sudden it was, I didn't even think about the past. It was, oh, I'm so blessed to have this baby. But this baby for me, I'm just so blessed to have her, and I want to share her with the world. But it's just going to look a little bit different this time. And I think once I get over that fact and I understand it's just going to look a little different, everyone's still going to get to meet her, even if it's only one person at a time in our house. Even if for the first 2 weeks nobody gets to touch her or hold her, because we don't know how strict we're going to have to be with a little baby newborn and all this COVID-19 going on. That give us a couple months or a few months and everything's going to feel a little bit more normal again. I just wanted to talk about this today because I've been talking to my husband and he's sympathetic, but he's getting over it. And I wanted to reach out to any other mums that are going through this, or pregnant as well, or have just had a newborn, or the poor mums that have had babies in the middle of other countries that are having it so much worse than us, or the mums that have had to do this on their own because no support people were allowed. That is my biggest fear, that no support people are going to be allowed at all. And I'm just really hoping, that doesn't change, because if it does change, that takes away all of my birth plan and I will get an elective cesarean because I cannot do it on my own. But I'm just really hoping that and praying that everyone that's experiencing this, everyone that's freaking out, all the pregnant mums out there, all the ones with newborns, all the ones with babies, kids, and anyone that's having fear or worry or anxiety about the situation, that you're just gonna find some peace and you're gonna find some rest in knowing that it's gonna be over soon. One day, you're gonna be able to sit with your grandchildren and tell them about this crazy experience we had living through a global pandemic. And you not only birthed a baby, but you brought a newborn or a kid through this season, and you are a superwoman. We're all superwomen. I'm talking to myself here too. But don't forget that you can have that moment of hormones or sadness or emotions or anxiety or fear or even a bout of depression. Just don't linger in it, because it's going to take away from all the positives that are around us. And we've got to look at the good things, you know, if it's your health, or if it's a roof over your head, or if it's the children that you already have, or just the pregnancy in general, that you're going to have a beautiful baby. Look at the positives, because the negatives so often will drown them out. So we've got to make the positives shine even brighter. I hope you enjoyed this little spiel, this little heart to heart. It's just something that I had on my heart to do, something that I wanted to reach out and tell you our emotions and our story as well, because it is something totally abnormal and it's so left field and it's something we'd never expected. I did make a joke to my husband that little girl's middle name could be Covey or COVID-19, Corona, Rona. It's not really, but I hope this helps someone out there. I hope it spoke to someone out there, and anyone that's facing this pandemic, pregnant or expecting a baby, don't have too much fear. Be wise, be cautious, but don't live in fear, because it's not worth it. It's better to hang on the positives and reach out to the positives. So sending love to you all, thinking of you all. Reach out if you need someone to talk to. Comment below if you're going through the same thing. But thanks so much for listening. Until next time. Bye. She was born. Oh, she's barking at the kitty cat. Oh.
Cat.
Can you go with Daddy just for 1 minute?
Yeah,
Don't turn
yeah.
it off. No.